welcome to World Mental Health Day. Now you may wonder what World Mental Health Day is. Essentially it's a day where we can come together and we can acknowledge that there is a social stigma around mental health, and we can use it as a day to raise awareness around mental health situations and work together to lighten this stigma that has been created. My father was diagnosed with bipolar, so mental health is something that I've been aware of from a very early age. In fact, my mum actually worked in mental health hospitals, mental health wards. So as a child I was kind of exposed to these wards, going to work with my mum sometimes, and seeing the patients and just having a general interest in mental health, and the struggles that people go through that suffer from mental health. And really it's about trying to get as many stories out there as possible, people like you and I talking to our friends and family about mental health, and just trying to make it as normal as any other conversation, that we are able to talk about any challenges that we have with regards to our mental health. Now, mental health is something that we should talk about every day. It's not something that we should just celebrate once a year on World Mental Health Day. It is something that should be a normal part of any conversation. So just as we talk about going to the gym, we should be able to talk about how we're feeling. Are we having any challenges right now? Are we bottling up those feelings? Are we not using our voice? Are we pushing those feelings down, and in fact just potentially making things worse in the future because we're not talking about things in real time? We haven't got the confidence or the vulnerability to open up. We haven't looked to gain help from friends and family members, and we haven't looked to professionals for advice. And really I'd like to encourage you all out there to do these things. Do speak to your friends and family, do speak to professionals, whether that's therapists, counsellors, your doctor, life coaches, anyone that can help support you with regards to your mind, your mental health, your mindset, and anything to do with how you're feeling. And really I'd like to encourage you all out there to do these things. Do speak to your friends and family, do speak to professionals, whether that's therapists, counsellors, your doctor, life coaches, anyone that can help support you with regards to your mind, your mental health, your mindset, and anything to do with how you're feeling. Now, I talk a lot across my social channels about mental health and kind of tips associated with how you can feel better about yourself each day. And the best thing that I can ever advise anyone to do is focus on self-care, focus on self-love, self-work, self-belief. If you focus on yourself and you start with yourself and you use yourself as your foundation in life, then you have the most amount of control over how you feel and your path forward to reach your dreams and goals. So don't rely on external factors to make you feel good. A partner, a hobby, they're all things that are going to support you, but ultimately the work has to start with yourself, and realizing what your own beliefs are, what your own values are, and use those as a foundation for life. That way you can build upon your own strength, you can gain confidence, you can gain more self-belief, and you can walk that path forward to reach your dreams and goals. So please join us today to share these messages. Please join us today, and in the coming days and weeks and months, let's not make this a one-day thing. Let's continue to talk about mental health. Let's continue to work together to lighten the stigma around mental health. Have a fantastic day wherever you are.